Hey, I'm Joy of Frugal Creative Living, and if you've been living frugally for a while, you probably already have some go-to habits like shopping your kitchen before you meal plan and go to the grocery store, or using cold water when you wash your clothes and all of those things. But with everything we have going on in this day and age, from sudden rising prices to advancements in technology, it's just a good time to take a fresh look at how we manage our money and our resources. So today I want to share just a few frugal habits that might not be on your radar just yet, especially in light of the way things are changing right now. And these are just some small shifts that might be able to make a real difference in how you carry out your frugality, even if you've been on this frugal journey for decades. Let AI help you meal plan and budget. Let me tell you, not too long ago, I used to sit at my desk with a list of whatever foods I had and my grocery store digital coupons, just trying to come up with recipes and meal plan ideas. But now I just type in the main ingredients that I have in my kitchen and in my cabinets, and AI says, how about you try these meals for the week? And here's the recipes to go with the meals. And by the way, here's your grocery list to go with it. For my meal planning, I use ChatGPT, which is a website that you can go to online, or you can download their app on your smartphone. And it's a free service, and it's just like having a really smart assistant where you can ask questions on any number of topics. You can get feedback on ideas, and it can help you to plan and even save money. So when I go to the website or the app, I usually just type in something like, here are the foods I have at home, and here's some foods that are on sale this week. Create a meal plan using these ingredients as the base, and create a grocery list for any additional ingredients I might need to make your suggested meals. And it gives me a whole meal plan, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snacks, and the grocery list to go with it. And if you actually create an account, which is completely free, it will save and remember your food preferences every time you come back to it. And this tool has been a game changer and a real time saver. And the more that you use it, the better the results are. So it just takes so much of the guesswork out of my meal planning process. Build a buffer pantry. And I'm not talking about like having a bunker. You don't need to be a doomsday prepper, but having a 30-day, maybe even a 60-day food and essentials stash is just a good idea right now. Not only does this insulate you from the price spikes that we've been experiencing lately, but it also gives you flexibility when you hit a tight month, or if that storm knocks out your power for 3 days. And it's about creating a frugal safety net. You're not panic buying. You want to stick to what your household actually eats. So when the foods that you normally buy are on sale, you can pick up extras for your usual meal planning, but also put some aside for a future situation, and then keep a log of your stashed food items the same way you would keep track of your regular inventory, to make sure that foods aren't expiring before you actually use them. So if you haven't had that emergency situation yet and the buffer foods are getting close to their expiration dates, you can just cycle those in and move them into your regular inventory and keep adding to that buffer pantry when foods are on sale. Do a monthly digital declutter for money. Every month, you can just go through your house and pick 1, 3, 5 things from your house to sell. It can be your junk into joy, or your clutter to cash, or your garbage to green ritual, whatever it is that gets you to the money. It's just a way to keep your space simplified and clear while making a little money on the side. Because, my motto is spend less, create more. And in this case, we're talking about creating more income. Now, I've sold shoes and my kids' coats and clothes on Poshmark, and there's no cost to me to list any of the items, and the shipping boxes are free from the U.S. Postal Service. And there are other sites like Facebook Marketplace and eBay and Mercari that make it simple to do as well. And I usually make about $10 to $20 each sale, and it starts to add up. The bonus is that I'm decluttering my space, but I'm also able to add to my emergency fund or some other savings account, or just increase what I have available for my monthly expenses. You can also use that extra money to help make resilience budgeting your new normal, because it's not just about cutting back anymore. It's about building flexibility into your money plan. So if you have that side hustle Use it to save a bit of money for future slow months. Like, don't treat it all as fun money where you spend it all as soon as you get it. If you've got some kind of refund or financial windfall coming, use a chunk of it to prepay some of your bills or even build that buffer pantry that I was talking about earlier. This kind of budget includes small just in case categories like surprise medical copays or an unexpected car repair or a minor plumbing issue. They're not huge emergency expenses, but having a little cushion in your budget, if something does come up, can be huge. Join or start a local mutual aid or micro community group. In a world where the systems that we've come to rely on are feeling kind of shaky, community becomes currency. And whether it's swapping childcare or pooling rides or bulk buying groceries as a group, mutual aid circles or co-ops, as we called them when I was growing up, are how regular people can stay afloat. Even a simple neighborhood text chain or a few like-minded folks on your job or in your church can turn into a powerful safety net where what you have can benefit others in the group and what they have can benefit you. And even if you don't have people around you with which you feel you can create one of these micro community groups, you can go online or on Facebook and look for local buy nothing groups or a church neighborhood pantry swap that you can join. Make advocacy a part of your frugality. In my experience, frugal people are excellent researchers. They're great resource finders, and many of them are wonderful community helpers. And if you are any of these, consider using that superpower to maybe write your city council about housing costs, or ask your local library to start or expand their seed exchange or their seed library. And for those that don't know, because I just found out that my local library has this, a seed library is something in which they allow you to borrow seeds to grow vegetables and fruits in your own garden. And then when you harvest your veggies and fruits, you can bring seeds from your harvest to the library for someone else to use. And it just helps to foster a sense of self-sustainability. But if your library doesn't have something like that, or doesn't have maybe a tool library, or you think your community could use finance classes, those are the types of things that you can advocate for. Or maybe out of your own experience, you can help someone else in need to connect to some financial resources. Helping to change systems can be just as powerful for others as money management is for you. Your voice plus your good habits can equal real impact for your community. So these are just some habits that might be worth adding to your frugal toolkit this year. And even if you've been living frugally for a really long time, there's always something new to learn or a small shift that can help you to stay steady. And we want to keep evolving, because frugal living doesn't mean being stuck and rigid. It means being smart and strategic, and these days a little techie if you're open to it. So I want to know, which of these are you already doing, and which one or ones might you be willing to try this month? Drop it in the comments, because I always read the comments. And don't forget to like the video, share it with your favorite money savvy friends and family members, and hit subscribe for more ways to live big on a small budget. And I will see you next time. Bye.